Khnang Phsar, a region so unique and natural, has become a prime destination for many Cambodian travelers. A scenery that both calm your soul down and boost your adrenaline. Let us take you on a journey to Khnang Phsar, a mesmerizing weekend trip with your family, friends, or loved ones. A journey that takes you through the mountain ranges, muddy terrains, lush canopy, and low-hanging clouds. Different travelers can come up with different schedule for their trip. But for us, we begin a bit early in the morning at around 2 a.m. Electronic devices such as camera and phones have to be packed properly since this is a rainy season. From Phnom Penh, travelers can choose to travel on the National Road 4 or a portion of the Phnom Penh-Sihanoukville Expressway until we arrived at the Kampong Speu provincial city of Speu before we begin traveling on National Road 44.
Khnang Phsar នៅមកអូននេះបាទបងអញ្ចឹងចិត្តលេខសហការនៅមុខខេត្តវាដីខេត្តឡាក់ឡូទៀតណាអូអរគុណច្រើននេះលេខឃើញឡានច្រើននៅមកមានទៅដាក់អញ្ចឹងណាអរគុណច្រើន
The location is remote and the roads are quite bumpy. After 3 hours of driving, we have arrived at the village where the villagers will guide us to the location on top of the mountain. Breakfast and lunch are prepared. While power tillers drivers are assembling their team to take us through the foot of the mountain. The trail up the foot of the mountain will be of course muddy and bumpy. The ride is not very comfortable, but of course again it is an adventure. The power tillers could only take us to a certain distance from the village. Climbing up the mountain will be our job. It is important to often take some break under the shade and stay hydrated along the way up the mountain, as the heat can be energy consuming for some people. So we are right now, as I guess. So good morning, and we are right now, as I guess, maybe halfway until the destination at the, the highest point of the mountain, and the hike, even though you see it like this, but it's not too easy for, urbanists. It's a bit steep sometimes. The weather can be a bit hot, near the afternoon. And the thing that takes you down is the humidity of the air, which makes you sweat strongly. Many people stop along the way to catch their breath. And overall, it's not for beginner actually for this hike. And one should train a bit in order to experience this trail to the fullest. So we will continue up and we will see what is up there. For myself, I'm not sure what I should expect also. So although the hike can be very exhausting for many people, but in compensation, we get the view. So behind me is the mountain ranges in Kampong Speu, and even though now it is a bit sunny, we can see a whole lot of ranges out there. The flatland in combination with the mountain, and we are still a long way to go up there. Can you see up there? So it might take a bit like an hour or two before we get to our destination. So after about 4 hours of hiking, for some people it might take them 6 hours if they take a more regular break along the way. Now we are almost arriving at the peak of the mountain of Khnang Phsar. And upon arriving at a higher altitude, you see an increasing presence of pine trees, and also the air is getting chiller. At the same time, because this is a wet season, monsoon season, the soil can be a bit wet, can be a bit slippery for some people. So a mountain shoe would be very, very important. And it would be a nice lunch after a very, very exhausting trekking across the mountain. It didn't take long before canopies of pine trees disappear behind our back and a lush meadow appear in front of our eyes. It is a great relief for everyone as they have made it to the camping site. Some allow themselves to have a nice afternoon rest. While others trek to the foot of the mountain for picturesque location. With no electricity, travelers have to rely on their portable power bank. So as I was informed by the seller down at the village, she said that normally it would be Friday, Saturday and Sunday. During these days, tourists come to the mountain a lot. So behind me, of course, there are rows and rows of tents. And over here, the rangers, they are setting up their camouflage tents to protect the tourists. And of course, the dining table here, and also a very big Cambodian flag at the top, waving against the wind. And over there, yes, the lush green hill on the mountain, where people spend hours and hours from Phnom Penh and from other provinces just to see this beautiful tourism site in Kampong Speu. So after hiking through the mountain ranges, and it is a bit raining now during the evening hours, the travelers are preparing campfire for cooking and other gathering, and as well as some drinks for the night before we will wake up early in the morning tomorrow to witness the sunrise. Campfires are made for cooking or heating up during the chilling evening air. As people begin to dine, chit-chat, relax, and sleep.
Vô không?